Adama ran as fast as her legs could carry her, clutching the bundle of firewood tightly. The laughter of the other gears echoed behind her like a cruel song. Adama the cursed, they mocked, their voices sharp and piercing. Adama the outcast, who will ever love you? Her heart pounded, not from the running, but from the pain of their words. She reached the edge of the river bank and collapsed to her knees, tears mixing with the beads of sweat on her face. For a moment, she thought about the rumors, how her birth was said to bring bad luck to the village, how even the elders avoided her. She had no friends, no one to speak for her. But Adama wasn't just an outcast. She was also determined. She wiped her tears, stood up, and walked into the forest. She would not let their words break her spirit. Adama lived on the outskirts of the village in a small hut her late mother had built. Her father had disappeared years ago, and the villagers believed he left because of her cause. She survived by farming a tiny plot of land and gathering firewood to sell. In the evenings, Adama would sit under the great Iroko tree and talk to herself. One day, I will show them, she whispered. I am not cursed, I am not worthless. But life in the village of Ogundoro was harsh. The people were deeply superstitious, and anything that went wrong, whether a child fell sick or a harvest failed, was blamed on Adama. One fateful evening, the village rumored with excitement. A young man named Ekene had arrived from a neighboring village. He was strong, tall, and well-spoken, with eyes that seemed to hold secrets. Ekene had come to Ogundoro to train as a warrior under the chief's guidance. The young women of the village quickly took notice of him, dressing in their finest wrappers and braiding their hairs to perfection. They paraded around him, laughing loudly and trying to catch his attention. Adama watched from a distance, unnoticed as always. She sipped and turned back to her chores. Men like Ekene never noticed women like her. Days turned into weeks, and Ekene grew curious about the village. One evening, while exploring the outskirts, he stumbled upon Adama tending to her crops. Her hands were dirty, her clothes worn, but there was a quiet strength about her. Hello, Ekene said, startling her. Adama looked up, unsure of what to say. No one ever spoke to her kindly, especially not strangers. Do you live here? He asked, glancing at her small hut. Yes, she replied consciously. You work hard, he said, noticing her hardened hands. Adama nodded, unsure why he was speaking to her. She expected him to leave, but instead, Ekene sat on a nearby rock and started asking her about her crops, her life, and her dreams. That evening, for the first time in years, Adama felt seen. Word spread quickly. The warrior talks to the cursed girl. The villagers whispered. Some laughed. Others shook their heads in disapproval. Ekene didn't care. He continued to visit Adama, helping her with her chores and listening to her stories. He admired her resilience and intelligence, qualities the villagers chose to ignore. But the village elders were not pleased. One day, they summoned Ekene to a meeting. Stay away from that girl, the chief warned. She brings bad luck. If you associate with her, you will ruin your future here. Ekene stood his ground. I see no cause in Adama, he said. What I see is a woman who has been wronged by this village. The elders were furious, and soon the villagers began to turn on Ekene as well. They stopped inviting him to gatherings and treated him with suspicion. One night, disaster struck. A fierce storm swept through Ogundo, destroying several huts and flooding the farmland. The villagers panicked, blaming Adama for the calamity. "It is her cause," they shouted. "She has brought this upon us." But Adama didn't hide. Instead, she stepped forward and offered to help rebuild the hut. She worked tirelessly alongside Ekene, showing a strength and determination that silenced many of her critics. When the storm passed, the village faced another crisis. The river had overflowed and the fish they relied on for food were gone, all dead and smelling already. Desperate, the chief called for a meeting. "We need someone to venture into the forest and find another water source," he said. "But it is dangerous. Wild animals roam there." Before anyone could speak, Adama stepped forward. "I will go," she said. The villagers gasped. "She will bring more bad luck," someone shouted. But Ekene stood beside her. "I will go with her," he declared. The journey into the forest was long and perilous. Adama and Ekene faced snakes and other wild animals and thick undergrowth. But Adama's knowledge of the land proved invaluable. She found edible plants, navigated hidden paths, and kept them safe. After 3 days, they discovered a clean stream deep in the forest. It was fresh, abundant, and untouched. They returned to the village with the news, and the people rejoiced. Adama's bravery and Ekene's loyalty changed the hearts of many villagers. They began to see her not as a curse, but as a blessing. The chief publicly thanked her, and elders apologized for their treatment of her. Ekene, meanwhile, had fallen deeply in love with Adama. "You are the strongest person I have ever known," he told her, "and I would be honored if you would be my wife." Adama's eyes filled with tears, not of sadness, but of joy. For the first time, she felt truly loved and accepted. Adama and Ekene's union marked the beginning of a new chapter for the village of Ogundo. Superstitions faded, and the people learned to judge others by their actions, not by baseless rumors. And Adama, the once outcast girl, became a symbol of resilience and hope. If you love African folktales, inspiring stories, or you just want to experience a heartwarming narrative, then this channel is for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to keep the spirit of African storytelling alive. Thank you for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye.